Hello everyone, this is Lada from astrologer.com, and today I'm here with world famous astrologer Nikola Stojanovic. You know him from our previous interview, and everyone was asking me that they want to see more from Nikola because he's amazing. We had a very successful webinar with 250 people a week ago, and everyone is asking again, can Nikola say more? Because Nikola has developed this amazing theory about the 30 degrees of astrology, and with it he's able to predict very specific details, like he can even say things like the name of your brother. When I've read his articles, like where you're gonna meet your spouse, where does your mom live, in which town she lives. And this is one of the secrets of him being able to predict with such amazing precision is this degree theory that Nikola discovered himself and that his students from around the world are using. And I even got emails from his students who said that this theory works amazingly. And because many people ask me, well, Nikola is able to do this because he has great intuition. And I said, no, his students also write to me and they say, you know, honestly, I can predict amazing things with this degree theory. Hi, Nikola. Sorry, I was talking to you.
Hi. Hello to everybody. You know, after my interview and after webinar, I got so many letters, you know, people want to learn more about my degree theory, you know, and it really works fantastic. I can give you one example. For example, if the seventh house, the house of husband or wife, is in the sign of Taurus, you know. Taurus rules with money and with eating habits, you know. So if the cusp of the seventh house, husband or wife, is for example, at the first degree of Taurus, it is the degree of Aries, they will fight because of money, you know. The degree of Aries is to have quarrels, to have fight, you know, in the sign of Taurus because of money, you know. If, for example, if the cusp of the seventh house is at second degree of Taurus, it means that the most important thing in life of our partner will be money, you know, because the second degree is the degree of Taurus. So you have the seventh house in Taurus at the second degree, money, you know, he will, all his life, our partner will try to earn more money, you know, and our partner will also like to eat food, you know,
Oh, yes.
because
Can I?
it is the second degree, the degree of Taurus, you know, he will also like to eat food very, very much, you know. If the seventh house is, for example, at the third degree of Taurus, you know, third degree is the degree of Gemini. Our partner will like to watch on TV. You know, the third degree is the degree of Gemini to watch TV, all cooking shows. You know, and will like to buy books about cooking. You know, the degree of Gemini in Taurus. You know, food, and they will watch all the most popular TV show for our partner will be cooking shows, you know.
You know, I remember when I had a horoscope with you, and I wasn't sure about the exact minute of my birth, and I
Yeah.
told you that I was married once before for documents, and you said, your degree is the third degree because third house rules Gemini documents, and it's
Yes.
proved by
And
my
also,
birth
yes,
certificate.
and also if we have the seventh house, the cusp of the seventh house at the third degree of Taurus, we will give lots of money, Taurus, to married seventh house for documents, third degree, you know.
Ah,
And
wow,
that
amazing.
husband or papers, husband or wife, will try to take us as much money as they can, you know, because it is in the sign of Taurus, money, you know.
Yeah.
It will be expensive, you know. For example, if the cusp of the seventh house is at the fourth degree of Taurus, you know, Taurus rules with nature. The fourth degree is our property house, you know. So our partner will like to have a house, you know, beautiful house in beautiful nature, you know,
Oh, and
with
with garden.
yes, with beautiful garden, you know, that will be the most important thing for our partner.
And this is how you shock clients. You
Yeah,
tell them
yes,
your partner
yeah.
has a beautiful garden and has money, and they're like, okay, how do you know that? But
But
it's
look this, for example, if the cusp of the seventh house, partner, husband, wife, is at the 10th degree of Taurus, what does it mean? It means that our partner has money, but doesn't like to spend it, He is too stingy,
how, because it's the Capricorn degree.
Capricorn degree, the Capricorn like to control, what to control? The sign of Taurus, money, he doesn't like to spend it,
Oh, wow.
Great difference. For example, if the cusp of the seventh house is at the 8th degree of Taurus or 20 degree, it is the degree of Scorpio. It means that our partner likes to borrow money from other people. Taurus is money. The degree of Scorpio is to take money from other people or to take money from bank, And our partner has problem with that, And for example, if the cusp of the seventh house, our partner, wife or husband, is at 11th degree or 23rd degree, the degree of Aquarius, it means that our partner likes to make money in easy way, in fast way, He likes to buy stock markets,
Because Aquarius is kind of
Yes,
gambling.
yes, kind of gambling. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
when you are talking about gambling, the Sagittarius degree, the 9 and 21 degree gives, a passion for gambling, because
Right.
it is the degree of Sagittarius, lots of Sagittarian people likes to gamble.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They like to, to earn lots of money in that way, by gambling. So,
Wow. And you're
so
going to
we,
teach us on this webinar on the
yes,
4th
yes,
of
yes,
June
yes, yes.
about that? You're going to speak about
Yes,
each
I will,
degree?
for example, I will give as example the chart of my wife,
Oh, yes.
and I will show you her fourth house. Her fourth house has no planets in it, but you will see how many details you can take just observing the cusp of her fourth house, and
And because so,
it will be a story of half an hour story.
wow, because many people say I have no planets in this
No, no, no.
house. Does it mean I can't see anything about my
No,
life
no, no.
there?
You will see. You will see.
But for the degrees, we need to know the very exact time of our birth, at least for the
Yes,
degree of the
but we
house
can
stuff.
use my degree theory to find out the exact time of birth. I did find your time of birth using my degree theory. Okay,
Very fast, in
and
1
very
minute.
fast.
Well, other
Yeah, yeah.
astrologers take hours to look at past experiences and calculations of transits and progressions. And interesting is
No,
that
no.
Nikola only uses the birth chart. He would just look at the birth chart and tell you without looking at transits ahead, without
No,
looking at
no.
any predictive techniques, just the birth
I
chart.
use only my degree because each cusp of house must be at the degree that describe the reality in our life.
Yeah.
For example, if the fifth house, the house of love affairs, is at our sixth degree, the degree of Virgo, it means that we will have we will have love affairs where we work,
Ah,
because it
yeah.
is the degree of Virgo, where we work while working.
Wow. And
Listen
you
this.
use Placidus house system, yes? Placidus.
Yeah, I use only Placidus. My theory degree works only on Placidus. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for example, if the fifth house is at the seventh degree, the degree of Libra, it means that we will have love affairs while we are in marriage. In marriage.
Oh, because 7 degrees Libra
The
marriage.
Libra, we got married, and then in our marriage life we have love affairs.
I think I have mine on the 7 degree. Oh, no.
I hope your husband doesn't know astrology.
Oh, wow. Wow, this is amazing information. Then
Yes,
people
yes.
are asking where can they.
For example, excuse me, if our second house, the house of eating habits, eating,
Mhm.
is at the 4th degree, it means that we like to eat only at home, because the 4th degree is the degree of Cancer, and we like domestic food, and we like the food our mother prepared,
Yes.
or we like our national food.
Or if it's at 9 degree, that would be like foreign.
Foreign food, yes, we like some foreign. We like to go some foreign restaurants, And if our second house is at the 5th degree, the degree of Leo, it means we like to eat in restaurants,
Ah, because Leo is
Leo
restaurant.
is to go out, We like to eat when we go out,
And you had observed that some specific degrees can give a lot of beauty or danger from death, and there were special degrees like that.
Yes, I had a client, 1 week ago, she lived in America. Naturally, I won't tell her name, I saw that her husband, she is divorcing her husband, and I told her, your husband want to kill you,
Oh.
because he doesn't want to give children, he doesn't want to give any money, really. And why? Because she has the 7th house, the house of husband, in the sign of Aries, and Mars, the ruler, is in the sign of Pisces. It means he's not clear in his mind, At the 8th degree, the degree of Scorpio,
Murderous degree.
Yes, he might murder her. But what she has in her chart, her ascendant is in Libra, and Venus, the ruler of ascendant, is at the 22nd degree of Sagittarius, She was born in Europe, so she lives now in America, in foreign country, Sagittarius, 22nd degree to be killed, square to Pluto,
Oh my
at
God.
22nd degree of Virgo,
Yeah.
And Pluto is in the 12th house, the house of assassination. And Venus is also square to Uranus. So I told her this, Your husband is planning to kill you. Secretly, listen. He will hire some other man, and they will hang her, because her 8th house, the house of life dangers, is in the sign of Taurus, to be hanged.
Oh my
And they
God.
wanted to present it like she did suicide, because her Venus, ruler of her ascendant and the 22nd degree, is square to Uranus. Uranus is suicide,
Uranus is
Yeah,
suicide?
and I told her that, really. I told her, run away,
Oh my God. Is she alive still?
Yes, she is alive, But I told her she has the sun in the 4th house. The sun is to be alive. 4th house is her motherland. And the sun is in sextile to Neptune to run away. So she will save her life if she run away and she goes back to her motherland, because 4th house is where she was born. And I gave her advice, do that, run away from him.
And that's what saved her life.
Yes, and she will stay alive, because her life is in danger. The ruler of her 8th house is in the sign of Sagittarius. When she is in foreign country, America is foreign country to her.
Wow, and you can teach her.
I hope she will listen to me,
Wow.
She's really
I'm sure.
trying to do that. She's really, her husband is really trying to do that.
And you can teach, like, you can teach us, our viewers, how to do that on the webinar on the 4th, how to use each degree.
I will. How to use my degree of theory, I will teach you. I will give you lots of nice examples how it works,
Wow. I think that you should also make another webinar where you explain what each planet and sign rules, because many people don't know.
Yes, I will.
For example,
I will.
like in the previous webinar, you could say that the person would marry a Greek person from the horoscope because of Saturn and how it was. So because we don't know what each planet rules, many people, they don't know. But we'll start with the degrees, guys. We'll go into planets.
We'll start with then we can go about, countries, what country, what sign, or what planet, Why not? Why not? It's good. It's good to know,
Absolutely. And people are asking here on the chat, 0 degree, what does it represent? You told us on the previous webinar, but can you say again? Because it's very interesting. What the
0 degree represents the basic characteristic of the sign. So the 0 degree of Aries represent the basic characteristic of the sign of Aries.
So it's the most potent Aries degree.
Yes,
It's
yes, yes,
double
yes, yes.
Aries, basically,
Yes.
like a
It is
double.
like, representative of the sign.
But the first degree of Aries will also be Aries.
Oh, it will be, like double Aries.
Yeah.
So, for example, if somebody has the 7th house, husband or wife, at the first degree of Aries, it is like double Aries. It will give very abusive husband or wife. And
Angry.
not only abusive with words, with hands also.
Wow.
Yes, yes, it's good to know.
Yes, because many astrologers focus just on the positive, but those dark things also exist in life. People get killed,
Naturally,
people
it's
fight.
life. Astrology is the picture of our life. We all live our stars, and everything that happened in the world, is in our charts.
And which is the degree that's the most dangerous one you've seen?
Oh, the most dangerous is the 18th degree, because it really gives bad destiny.
Is that a Virgo degree?
Yes, it is Virgo degree, but it also rules at special 18th degree. For example, it gives very bad diseases, very very rare illness disease.
Like Virgo.
You can't find medicine for that.
Oh, wow.
It's very very bad.
Is there a way that you can avoid
For
that?
example, one father came to me and he asked me why he lost his son. The only son, and it is, it is very hard for him. He has to live, but his son is not alive, and that guy is, old man, and what he has in his 5th house, the house of children, he has Mercury at the 18th degree. So his son dies in a car accident. Mercury 5th degree is the degree, the 5th house is the house of children. Mercury, when he was a baby, not baby, when he was a little boy, he ran into the street and the car hit him. And
Oh my God!
Mercury
Wow.
is also traffic. I have lots of examples for 18th degree.
And is there a possibility? So don't scare everyone that 18 degree can represent
even
also
the house
something.
with even the house number 18 is, when I saw many houses. Belgrade is a large city and I like to walk. And when I discovered my degree theory, every time I see the house number 18, it is like from scary movies. Believe me, very bad energy comes from it. Very bad energy.
Wow. Guys, don't live on number 18 house.
No, number 18 is very bad number.
Oh,
Believe me.
is there like a positive side to it as well? Maybe that it's not necessarily some disease will
No.
happen.
18 degree can't give anything positive. Believe me. Sorry, I have to tell that.
Wow. Which is the best degree?
The best degree. Oh, it is the 5th degree. The degree of Leo. Leo lies to live. 5th, 17, 29.
To have fun.
Also, yes, to have fun, to enjoy life. Also, the 2nd degree, will always give something of the most important, something very big in life. We can meet people like that, or we can make something very important.
Wow. Oh my God. I think my husband has 18-degree ascendant. I hope his time of birth is wrong.
No. Why 18? I think probably his time of birth is not correct. Because you should, if he has the ascendant at the 18th degree, so the 7th house, the wife,
Yeah.
will be described with the 18th degree also. But you don't have that energy. I would feel it.
I might be 17-degree, Leo.
Yes, 17th degree, naturally. Is
Oh,
he in love with you? Is he in love with you?
very much. Very much. It's crazy.
17th degree, the degree of Leo to love.
Hey,
It can't be
yes.
18. It can't be
That's
18.
how you rectify the time of
Yes.
birth. Wow. And I remember you were telling us in the previous webinar that the degree of divorce is Uranus degree.
Yes, 11th and 23rd. Yes.
Wow, guys, there's
And
so
it
much
works,
amazing.
you know, it works.
I remember when you were looking at my previous marriage and you saw that the Lord of that marriage was at 23 degrees, and you said you're gonna get divorced, and I've just gotten married, and I was like, I wanted to kill you. I was so upset, and it
I
happened. I
believe you.
got
I believe you.
divorced.
You got divorced, but now you are in third lucky good marriage. So
And you said your
be
third marriage
happy
will be
now.
the
You got
happiest,
your
and it is.
child, you know, it's good. You should be happy now. I understand you. You were angry. You know, people don't like to hear bad things, you know. But if they contact me and
Yeah.
I'm their astrologer, I have to say not only good things, I have to say also some bad things, you know. Not all
Wow.
bad. But I will tell something that is not good.
And you're going to teach all our viewers who come on the 4th of June how to use these
Yes, I will. I
degrees,
will.
and with
Naturally, naturally. I will have good
wonderful.
examples. I will have good examples.
I know, you know, on the previous webinar, when you were giving the examples, how to find a husband or a wife, they were saying this can't be true. He can't he can't predict with such detail. It must be his intuition,
I can.
but it's
No, no,
not
no,
your
no, no.
only
No,
intuition.
I really believe me. When I listen my intuition, you know, I don't, I never do that because so many times I was wrong in my life. My intuition is, you know,
Yeah.
nothing. You know. I don't have intuition, but I
No.
have my degrees, you know.
And wow. And
You know, it
guys,
is crazy. I'm Pisces in sign.
yeah.
And my intuition, you know, Pisces, the sign of Pisces ruled with intuition. But my intuition is zero. You don't have it.
Wow. Well,
Crazy.
but how did you discover this theory degree? I mean, it's
Oh,
intuitive knowledge.
yes. But my ascendant is in Virgo. You know, Virgo likes to deal with little details. You know, for
Observing.
example, Agatha Christie, famous crime author of crime novels. You know, she is double Virgo.
Uh-huh.
And her Hercule Poirot, you know, he's using little cells, you know. He's doing, you know, he tried to find who is murderer,
Uh-huh.
like Lego cubes, you know,
Yeah,
with little details, he will find who is the killer.
exactly. That's Virgo.
So that is Virgo, you know. So my ascendant Virgo made me do it, you know, because I was not so satisfied. You know, maybe who knows how many books from astrology, and you know, I had more and more books, but my knowledge was not large, you know. So I stopped. I said to myself, I want to be better astrologer. Books can't help me. Books I bought. So I start to investigate by myself.
To observe and
Yes.
pay
So I start
attention.
to observe life itself, you know. And when something happened to my friend or some people I know, I am at the moment I'm taking their birth data, and I try to see in their charts uh, that what happened to them, you know. And that was the way how I started to investigate, you know. And you know
Wow.
what was crazy? 20, 30 years ago, you know, Belgrade is a great city, and there are murder. It happened that somebody killed somebody, you know. And in newspaper, they give the name of the killer and the address, you know, where the killer lives. You know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So what did they do? It was easy for me to find the phone number, you know. And I called that number where murderer lives, and somebody, you know, will answer, father, mother, you know, wife, you know. And I presented myself as an inspector from police, you know. Really. Why? Because I wanted to take the murderer birth data, you know. And they all gave me that, you know. And that's the way how I found this 22nd degree, you know, the degree of kill or to be killed, because most of the people who murder have that degree, you know, in their chart. It's not the
Wow.
only way how we can see that somebody might kill somebody, you know. But
Mm.
you know, most of them had the 22nd degree. You know. And look what happened. Very interesting. One policeman, very old one, very experienced, came from little town in Serbia, came to me. Why? Uh, there, 2 years ago, it happened one murder in that place, and he knew that one guy killed another guy, but he didn't have proof,
Yeah.
But he's very experienced, very old one, And he told me, I knew he did it. I knew he did. I told him, take him birth data. I will tell you if he was a murderer or not murderer. And he gave me birth data. And that murderer, he did murder that guy. He has in the first house, how we react, what we do. He has the Mars, to be aggressive at the 8th degree, the degree of Scorpio, So that guy might kill somebody. But what next he has? He has the ruler of ascendant in the 8th house, the house of killing, in the sign of Pisces, but in exact trine to Neptune. So he ran away. He ran away, And I told him he did kill him, but you will never catch him, because you will not have a proof.
Yeah, Pisces hides it.
Yes, he hide everything.
Wow.
And they never catch him, Really.
I don't think I've ever seen an astrologer who can use astrology in such a precise way. It's amazing.
But it is easy to learn it, It's easy.
Yeah. Well, if your students can do it, and I've read their articles.
I have so many students. What students wrote you? Do you know the name?
With V. It started with V, his name, and another. I'll have to check because it was a Serbian name.
I had about 500-600 students.
Yeah, it was a Serbian name, and two of them wrote to me and they said, we saw Nikola and on your YouTube channel. We want to say that really his theory works amazing. I've been working with clients, and he even told me a few stories how he predicted very specific details with the degree theory. And he says, like, I've taken just one course with him and I can do this now. So it was
just only one course. My course lasts 4 months.
Oh.
But in my school of astrology, here in Serbia, I take people who has a gift for astrology. I can choose my students.
You look at the chart and you see. What would be a gift for astrology, if you can tell us?
It is for ascendant Virgo is great.
Yes, I've seen loads, some of the best.
Yes, because ascendant Virgo people like to analyze, and our brain works, very often and almost all day long, So we need something to analyze. I wanted to be before astrology. I wanted to be a chess player, because I like to analyze games and I was good, not so good, but I was really good. And I played, when I was in London 30 years ago, sorry. I played with best British chess players,
Wow.
I was good. They wouldn't play chess with me if I was not good,
Yeah. so
but
Virgo,
they all beat me, they all beat me because they were grandmasters, and okay, but I was good. And I wanted to be a chess player, but I wasn't so good, So I said to myself, okay, I will not be a chess player, but what should I do, because I like to think,
Yeah.
So came to astrology, and my destiny is to be an astrologer.
Absolutely.
When you see my chart, it is clear.
And you have a moon in Aquarius as well, isn't it?
Yes, I have moon, Mercury. My Mercury is in Aquarius at the degree of Aquarius, very strong, because Mercury is in the sign of exaltation in Aquarius.
Yeah, and it's your thinking, and it's on the degree of Aquarius, and Aquarius is also astrology.
Yes.
And degrees of astrology as well, yeah. Wow. Well, guys, you'll find this and much more from the webinar we'll have, which is about 2.5-3 hours. The previous one was, and Nikola at the end takes questions, but not for your personal charts, but for the material. And we had just amazing feedback. And you need to know some initial, how much astrology do people need to know to take that?
have to know basic astrology, you know. They have to know about signs, you know, about planets, you know, the basic. You know.
Yeah, signs,
But they
planets.
must understand it. They must understand it.
Yeah, because the only thing we had is that some people knew astrology the previous time, and they said like I couldn't understand the houses and anything. But if you know at least the initial, I think that's such a great tool for anyone who learns astrology to have. And I think it's like foundation actually to know astrology.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Starting with the degrees.
Fantastic science, you know. To my mind, you know, nothing will be done in future, maybe in 200 years, you know, without astrology. Nothing.
Wow.
I
Here
think
we're laying the
in
foundation.
schools, you know, they will learn astrology, you know, from in
Oh,
primary school.
yes.
You know.
Oh, yes.
But they will
Well,
have
we're
to.
in
They
the
will
age of
have.
Aquarius. Of course, we should.
Yeah, naturally, naturally.
Maybe that should be my mission later in age, to introduce it to schools.
You know, and too many, for example, too many parents come to me. They have kids, you know, and they want to their children and everything the best, naturally. And they come to me to ask me what is the best for their child to do in life, and I
Yeah.
can see it easily, you know. You know, and so they will have happy children because they will do what they want to do, what they like to do.
I didn't understand that.
You
Tell
know,
them what career your child to do, basically.
yes. What is the best for their children?
We should make a webinar on how to find career, because
Okay,
this is something people have been asking me so much, and that's probably should be the next one.
Why not? Why not? You know, the the greatest secret of astrology, greatest, not the greatest, but when I analyze the chart, I'm looking what is the best aspect in the chart, and people should do everything about that aspect. If there is one, you know, they should do only that, nothing else.
So we shouldn't go and try and work with the difficult aspects too.
Yes. They should try avoid it, you know. But they should do, you know. For example, I have Jupiter in my second house. Okay, that's good for money. Okay, and the only good aspect of my Jupiter is sextile with Uranus. Uranus is astrology, you know.
Yeah.
And believe me, I try to do some other things out of astrology because I'm very strong Aquarius, you know, and I like to change. I wanted to do something different, Aquarius.
Yeah.
But no, I did nothing, you know. Yeah, nothing.
Wow.
I knew I would do nothing, but you know, I wanted to try and did nothing.
Well, the only good aspect to my Jupiter, which rules the second house, is also Uranus. So,
So
there you go.
what to say? What to say?
Yeah, when I think about it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Nikola.
Okay.
We're not going to take any more of your time because it's 12 o'clock probably where you are. But
Yes,
I just wanted to present to people this amazing
I'm not
degree.
bird. Okay. So we will talk. It will be 4th of July. Yes.
4th of June.
June. Sorry. Oh,
4th of June
4th of
in
June.
2.5 weeks. Guys, get your seat, grab your seat for that webinar, and also send us ideas what other webinars you want Nikola to do. But we'll do one about career, about the meaning of the planets and science. We'll probably, yeah, you can start teaching, because I'm sure people want to learn astrology the way your students that come to Serbia to study with you do. And we'll do this in affordable, for $29 only is the webinar, guys. You know, this is very affordable, rather than, you know, some courses can be thousands of dollars. And Nikola is so kind to share with us for such a reasonable price. You know.
Yes, it is. Okay.
So thank you so much, Nikola.
Okay, thank you, Lada.
We'll see you soon again. Looking forward to the next webinar to learn astrology with you again.
Okay.
And
so see you on 4th of June.
see you on the 4th of June. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.